There is a direct correlation between the fact that you struggle to talk to girls and the fact that your bank account isn't where you want it to be. Most people think these are two separate problems. They think dating is about game and money is about grinding. But they are wrong. Both are downstream from a single critical skill that the modern world is systematically stripping away from you: social intelligence. We are living through a social recession. As a generation, we have more technical skills than any humans in history. But our ability to navigate a room, handle social tension, and persuade another human being is at an all-time low. If you feel anxious ordering food, if you find eye contact uncomfortable, or if you've retreated to dating apps because the real world feels too risky, you aren't just losing out on a relationship. You are losing out on millions of dollars in lifetime earnings. Today, I'm breaking down the social IQ wealth gap. I'm going to show you why your screen addiction is making you poor, why dating apps are a financial trap, and how to master the human element to become an outlier in an era of socially awkward zombies. The modern economy wants you to be a commodity. It wants you to be a set of technical skills that can be easily replaced by AI or outsourced to the lowest bidder. If your only value is what you can do behind the screen, you have zero leverage. The real wealth in 2026 isn't found in the work itself, it's found in the management of the people doing the work. High-level salaries and investment opportunities don't go to the best coder or the best analyst. They go to the person who can articulate a vision, negotiate a contract, and build a network. When you spend 8 hours a day in dopamine hell, scrolling, gaming, and avoiding real-world friction, you're effectively training your brain to be a follower. You're losing the ability to read body language and micro-expressions. In a boardroom or on a first date, the person with the highest social IQ wins because they can manage the energy of the room. If you can't look a stranger in the eye and hold a conversation for 10 minutes without looking at your phone, the system will always underpay you, because a man who cannot lead himself in a social interaction will never be trusted to lead a business. Let's look at the math of your social life. Dating apps are designed to profit from your lack of social IQ. They want you to stay on the app, which means they need you to stay lonely. Every dollar you spend on a premium subscription or a boost is a dollar you are handing to a billionaire because you are too afraid to talk to a woman at the gym or a coffee shop. Think about the ROI. You spend 5 hours a week swiping and $30 a month on a subscription for maybe one mediocre date where you both look at your phones. Now, imagine if you took that same $30 and invested it in a hobby or a professional event where you actually had to interact with people. Not only would you meet higher quality women, but you would be building the social muscle that helps you in your career. The meet space is the only place where real leverage is built. When you meet someone in person, you aren't a profile, you are a human being with presence. The apps are for the masses, the real world is for the architects. Every time you choose the safe path of the app over the risky path of a real interaction, you're choosing to be a consumer instead of a builder. The skills required to get a high-value girlfriend are the exact same skills required to negotiate a $50,000 raise. It's called social calibration. It's the ability to understand tension and use it to your advantage. On a date, if you can handle silence without getting nervous, you show high status. In a salary negotiation, if you can state your number and wait for them to speak first, you show high status. Both require you to have control over your own dopamine and your own anxiety. If your brain is fried from constant stimulation, you lack the biological bandwidth to be present. You look twitchy, you look desperate, and desperation is the ultimate repellent for both women and money. To bridge the wealth gap, you have to treat your social IQ like an investment portfolio. You need to stack your skills. Physicality, a strong body carries natural authority. Articulation, being able to explain complex ideas simply. Tension management, being comfortable with the word no. When you combine these, you stop being just another employee, and you start being a high-value architect. You become the person that people want to be around, and more importantly, the person they want to give their money to. The system wants you numb, distracted, and broke. It wants you stuck in a loop of cheap dopamine and digital isolation because a lonely man is a man who keeps buying things to fill the void. If you want to win in 2026, you have to opt out of that architecture. Here is your 30-day protocol to close the social IQ wealth gap. 1. Digital minimalism. Cut your phone usage to under 1 hour. If your brain isn't clear, your speech won't be clear. 2. Physical presence. Hit the gym 4 days a week, not for the muscles, but for the hormonal confidence that a strong body provides. 3. Real-world friction. Go to an event a week, a networking meetup, a climbing gym, a volunteer group, where you are forced to talk to strangers. Stop focusing on the how-to of money and start focusing on the who of your character. Wealth follows value, and in a world of AI, the most valuable thing you can offer is genuine high-level human connection. The old world promised that if you just worked hard and stayed quiet, you'd eventually be happy. It's a lie. Happiness and wealth don't come from compliance, they come from autonomy. And you cannot have autonomy if you are a slave to your phone or your social anxiety. I'm moving my life to Thailand in February to test the next phase of my own strategy, to live in a place where I can optimize my health and my business without the weight of an inefficient system holding me back. But I wouldn't have the guts to do that if I hadn't first fixed my brain and mastered the social game. Stop being a passenger in a system that wants you to fail. Start building a mind, a body, and a bank account that are so optimized that you can walk away from any situation that doesn't serve you. Let me know in the comments, what is the biggest social hurdle you're facing right now? Is it the anxiety, the focus, or the lack of real-world opportunities? Let's have an honest conversation about how we're going to fix it. The door is open. You just have to be the one to walk through it. Talk again soon. Peace.